Like I said before, this is my 5th year growing dragon fruit in the pot. And now it's the end of the season. I don't have any more fruit on the tree. So I want to have a little summary about the problem I have with my dragon fruit, because I have over 20 different varieties. So I can see the difference, different type of problems with different type of dragon fruit. And so I kind of want to have a summary at this end of the year, so we can maybe do better next year. This one, Delight. First of all, you can see the roots are very strong, so they don't have the root rot problem. But they have the sunburn problem last year. The whole trees all turned yellow. But when I cut them all off, 1 year seems to be recovered pretty well. And these branches all look pretty healthy, but the whole year have no flowers from this one. So I kind of use 1 year to nourish them back to kind of a healthy. Maybe next year they'll be better. Next I want to talk about is this group of dragon fruit. They have very similar feature. It's a sugar dragon, neon, and pink panther. You can see the branch are very puffy, like a fat branch, versus the very clearly 3-edge branch. And you can see the roots are very strong. I don't have any root problem. But the problem for this one is, for this whole year, they didn't have many new growths coming out. And then the old branch, you can see it's all weared off. This whole thing, the only new branch coming out is that little tip. You can see the new branch is very healthy, but the old branch are problematic. But I don't have any new branch coming out. That's the problem for this group of plant. They don't have root problem, but they don't have new branch. In this pot I have neon and Sin Hispanus here. And since the Sin Hispanus have not very sweet fruit, so I kind of gave up on Sin Hispanus. I'm cutting most of the branch off, and I graft my hybrid on one of them. So this Sin Hispanus, it become one of my hybrid. But for neon, they have similar thing as the sugar dragon, have the no new growth. So here I cut off most of the branch, have the fungus and the turning yellow. So I'm hoping to see that maybe by cutting off the excess at the top, next year they will have some more new branch coming out, because I know the roots are very strong. So it's no problem for roots, the problem for the branch. So I cut it off. So these two have a comparison to see if this one can recover better than the one I don't cut it off. The problem for Bruni and Connie Mayer is their root seems very strong. They don't have root rotting problem. Even this one is not drying, but it's very strong, and it's still okay. But they have massive branch rotting problem. Now you can see this one is almost no branch much, and you can see that once they start to rot, they start like that. The whole branch is rotted. So I cut it. Every time that he rot like that, I cut it completely. So this one is almost like a beheaded. This year they have a lot of flower also, but the fruit are very small, and the flower looks sick looking. And also this one doesn't have many new growths coming out either. So I'm thinking maybe I'll cutting a little more, so to see if next year they will recover or not. But at least this one doesn't have the root problem. And the one that most root problem is the Cattiviana rune. This one is almost like almost every one of them. See this one? This whole thing is coming off. Like The whole tree is not healthy looking. It's all yellow, kind of because the roots have problems. And for these root problems, I think I'm going to try to graft this one on top of the good root system like a sugar dragon or neon to see if I can make them grow on a strong root variety, if that can save this one. But these ones really look really sick because they have all the root rotting problems. I think this is not root rotting from wetness, it's from dryness, because when we have very hot summer and the dragon fruit is very shallow rooted plant. When the top is drying out, they have this kind of a completely defooted. I'm thinking maybe have some sandy soil on the top. The sandy soil, when they dry, they can kind of form their own kind of barrier, kind of protect the top from drying out too much because it dry up already, so can keep the underneath soil moist. Maybe they're working that way better. This is my Thomas G2 and the American Beauty, and you can see the root is not very good either. And this is this Pink Panther, and you can see it very thick, and the root seems stronger. Pink Panther have a similar problem. You can see the whole branch still okay, but the outreach branches all start to turning yellow and have fungus. Similar problem as sugar dragon and neon. And the other two, the branches, because the root system are rotting, the branch is kind of drying out. I think the one with the root rotting problem are the American Beauty, G2, and KC Van Arun. They all have the root problem. And Sugar Dragon, Neon, and Pink Panther have strong root but have fewer new branch growing problems. And the only thing that's so far had no problem at all is Edgar's baby. You can see the branch is very strong. See, it don't even move. The whole thing is, the roots are very, very strong. And the top has no problem at all. It have a lot of new branch coming out, and they all look very healthy. And this year they have the most productive compared to all the other varieties. So seems like Edgar's baby doesn't have any of these problems. Same as Trisha. Trisha is very slow growing, but their roots are very strong also, and the branches had no problem either. And the other variety that don't have many problems is physical graffiti. You can see that all these branches are very strong. You don't even move. They have very strong system, root system, and the branches are quite new branches out there. Even the old one has no problem at all, no rusting problem, very healthy. And so you can see that all my dragon fruit have the same soil. At the beginning with almost 100% black cow. So just compost that doesn't have any rotting root problem. We just compost and have some sandy soil. So soil is not the problem. It's the variety that have their weakness. I think this is about everything I see. And actually, this is KC Van Arun. I showed the first one I see. They have a deep-rooted branch. So I add more soil there. It's still not very strong, but you can see the whole plant is still very healthy. That has been a year since I found the roots have completely off the base, but it doesn't seem to have any problem anymore. So this root problem is manageable. As soon as you add some more soil to there, they can rejuvenate. Same as here, like the last time I saw it, the root again, I add some more soil. It's not too much, just add maybe an inch. You can see it's already growing back pretty good. So the root problem is manageable as soon as you add some more soil. But the not rejuvenate branch problem probably is more persistent. So I will see if cutting off the branch can trigger more new branch growing. Maybe that will be the solution for sugar dragon, neon, and the pink panther. You can see that the new branch is very healthy, but the old branch is like that. The problem is they don't have many new branch. The whole tree is only that's the only new branch from whole year. So, and this is another way to rejuvenate. It just get a total haircut, and you can see all this new branch coming out. So we'll see. This is just the end of the year summary to summarize all the problem I have, and to show what I did to try to solve this problem. And also, this one is Vietnamese white. Their roots very strong. See how big it is? It's very strong roots. So I rooted a lot of Vietnamese white rootstock. I'm hoping to graft have the root problems onto Vietnamese white rootstock to see if that can solve that problem. We already started half of the greenhouse setup because it's getting a little cold. I don't want to have nothing prepared when the cold snap coming. So, but I still have a lot of work to do. That's about it. Thank you very much for watching.